Hi there, Selective Collective. This is Kim here with a reading for you guys. Hope you're doing great today, however you are. I'll tell you, I've been having some major body stuff going on, feeling physically so drained. Oh my God. I don't know. I was thinking, I don't know about this. Energy shifts. Just everything seems so heightened, intense. Allergies, worse. I do yoga, and I never have a problem with my shoulders. Now, granted, I have had a problem before when I was in my 20s. I jumped off a bluff. Of course, it was one of those, I dare you to do it, and I had to do it because that was me at the time. And I hyperextended my shoulder. So that shoulder, I don't look at, like, if I'm having a pain or a problem with it, that one makes sense, my right shoulder. But my left shoulder also is like got this pain in it, and it's from a pose that I did, but it's like this one I'm used to, you know. So I know that there's some either energy shifts affecting all areas, kind of like in my side too. I'm not using you all as a doctor. I'm keeping up with everything. Vitally, I'm fine, perfect. But when it comes to these feelings of this energy, like, it must be purging. That's all I can think of. It must be purging. Just wonder if you're going through that too. I wonder if it has anything to do with this. I saw a video today about an update on Beetlejuice, because I heard that even if it could be, you know what a supernova is when a star dies, basically. It like expands and it, right? So that's what a supernova is. And I think that they said that Beetlejuice could do this in our for our lifetime. But anyway, you can see it is getting like close to that state, at least, and it has really interesting like thermal light activity around it right now. So I was noticing that. And if you go into more detail, or you know more about that, then just please let me know in the comments. I'd be interested to read it. I have researched it once before, but it was a long time ago, and I just happened to see that update. So I'm just going to pull a few cards for us tonight from this Angel Oracle. Maybe that'll help us know what's going on. This is an Archangel deck. Archangel Muriel. Trust your own wisdom. Have faith in your psychic impressions at this time. Have faith in your psychic impressions. Seems like DNA cell structure change. You know, those cards, I have some cards where it says DNA cell structure change and realignment. That's what the energy is feeling like. It's feeling very Pleiadian. I know that's not something I usually say or even talk about, but I'm getting that feeling, and they're giving it to me to tell you, so obviously it's something. They're reminding me of a hypnotherapy session that I listened to a while back of Pleiadians saying that they were working for us here, kind of scratching their heads because this is such a dense reality that they were almost like taken aback or surprised by how all the density that we are having. So their light codes, their information, their recoding with light, sound, frequency, that things that are invisible to us but are being sent our way. It's making it difficult to bust through because of this heavy 3D density, but it is doing that. It is actually doing that. And so I don't know, but I'm just getting the sense that there's some kind of relationship to that, and this like uncomfortable feelings that you could be having from time to time with intense energy shifts. And right now, isn't the moon waxing? I think right now the moon is in a perfect, because I'm just right to the moon. The moon is in a perfect position for you to, or position in the cycle for you to make your manifestation request. at this time to state an intention for what it is you really want to see happen. Conscious awareness would probably be the best practice. If you need a ritual to make something solid or set it in stone, I don't know. I like lighting candles, but just remember that all of those things are just material items, and what comes before is the intention and the spiritual nature of everything. Everything that is invisible, those are the things that are changing us from the inside out, but they can also be used by you probably more and more here. So your awareness is all that's needed is another message that's coming through very strongly. I just see they're just showing me that when people do too many rituals, I don't know if I want to word it too many. The people that do a lot of rituals they're showing me different strands attached to a belief. And those strands at times can become tangled and 3D in nature themselves, a block in a sense sometimes. Sometimes it can be very beneficial just because each person is really different. But I just see like one thing interfering with the other, meaning that they're just saying that there's power in the spirit of awareness. Could have been that an older energy, such as this devil or the horned god energy, was very material, and that this needing to have something tangible or material is part of that type of energy. Not saying that in a bad way, so please don't take that as being like negative, just saying that there may have been more of an attachment to needing to do something that reflected on the physical with that type of energy. And so there's something that's bringing a lighter energy where it's going to be less effort required for manifestation here. Less effort required, more awareness is what they're saying, and a rise in consciousness. So I'm connecting to my guides and the angels, always the angels, but for that information, I have to remind myself to breathe. I have to do this throughout the day. It might be a good message for you too during this time of, chi, working with the chi, moving around the energy. Best in slow movements, right? Best in slow movements. And you need to just be aware of the breath as being the main. Your focus and your awareness on your breath, they're saying, is your main chi mover, activator, guidance. It's guidance. Your breath is guidance for your system. Your breath is guidance for your body. So throughout the day, when you notice you're getting shallow breathing, then know that shallow breathing is a response to a fear state of mind. Okay, so it's a response to fear and it's a response to anxiety. And this can let us know, even when we don't feel like we're carrying anxiety in our body, when we actually really are. And so therefore the chemicals in your body are really affected, the way your mind thinks and the way your body works, right? So being mindful of your breath and taking time out to do sets. There's no specific number that you have to do, but if you can do a 10-minute session with yourself of like doing breathing in for long counts, like 8, and letting out for 8, letting in for 4, letting out for 4, and then eventually for just a few sets, then then going back, slowing it back down, what you're doing is you're teaching, you're resetting, you're unplugging the power to the computer and you're plugging it back up, because you're resetting, you're saying to your response system in your body, your parasympathetic and your sympathetic, you're telling it, I'm in control of this. Yes, this is my vessel and I'm a divine being, but I'm the one that should be operating this part, this function, this main function. It's so vital to get that right for this energy to be processed the right way. Not the right way, the easy way. Easier way, easiest way. Is there anything else? Okay, those systems that I'm talking about, and they include the things that actually we most of the time aren't aware we're turning on and off in our body. And then they also include things that are breathing and our heart rate and things like that. Things that we don't have to remind ourselves to happen. They actually just do. But we actually are in more control of how the process goes. The factory, so to speak, the production line is always there. But whether it's delivering the right goods kind of depends on your breath, if that makes sense. Okay. So Archangel Haniel. Always in production, but there's one speed that is going to produce the best product, the best outcome for you. And on that speed is something that you can actually have a lot of control over, that baseline. More control than we maybe give ourselves credit for. Archangel Haniel, seek soul satisfaction and fan a flame of inner happiness. Yeah. No, I just saw that today on the sacred geometry with the Metatron. Metatron, we know it, Metatron, right? This was Enoch. This was someone that was a human first, and God spared him the experience of death in a human body because he was such a loyal, you could say, devoted, in love to his creator. He was rewarded by being taken up to the sky in a chariot. And so if you get Metatron, I would think there may be a message here for you to scribe, to write, to record, even if it's just a line, even if it's just like a haiku of some poetry, especially if it's that's beautiful. I love that. I love the simplicity of the right words, something AI can't do, but you can do very well. It's that creativity, simplicity, creativity, and how beautiful it ends up being. So we might reach out to him if you're a creator of some sort. We all are, so. In what way here? I don't know. This can be about, it does say stellar gateway chakra. Also, this would be related to your Merkaba and your ability to multidimensional travel, which actually has been written and documented in historical texts, such as the Bible and the Book of Enoch, that talks about his visions that he had as a human first, but of actually being physically taken out of his body and taken to another place. He was in a different type of body. He was in a light body, but it still felt like a body. Traveled through his consciousness and through the knowing, and it seemed to be intertwined with these angelic beings, these archangels that were showing him the visions, giving him a tour of the different layers or levels of heaven, the heavenly realms, and some darker places too. He went. Interesting thing about the Enoch story is that there are portals. There are portals in precise geometric positions on the earth, like 2 at each seems that these portals, at least in his testimony, connected to stars, as stars being portals and stars being described as wormholes in a sense. This would allow for the multidimensional travel. And when he describes it, it's just interesting, because in the book, when he describes these poles, overwhelmingly, you notice a big theme of duality, because this is the portal for the bad stuff to come in. This is the portal for adverse weather, or the energy to summon earthquakes, and all these crazy destructive things. And then you'll have another portal. It's like this one goes straight to the heavenly realms, and it's interesting. So it's these main areas that are constantly so maybe those are the stellar gateways that they're talking about, and maybe there are something that have something to do with the Pleiadians, because I'm thinking of the Seven Sisters. I'm thinking of those stars around Taurus, the Pleiades, and how they would be able to transmit energy, if not through sun, the traditional light rays or whatever it is. It may be through these portals that Enoch was talking about. It's really interesting, and because it is Taurus season, right? Archangel Garcissa, create a solid spiritual foundation and be in service to the planet. Yeah. Be in service to the planet. I certainly have been looking at some videos lately of this one guy. Just an example of somebody that decided to help a homeless person, in the sense of they took them out, they bought him, they found out that he had been, of course, in a situation where he didn't have anywhere to live and didn't have any family members to help. So this guy obviously owns a business where he hires people, and he makes decent money. He took him shopping for clothes, spent like thousands of dollars on this guy, got him some tennis shoes. He was shoeless when he met him. He was on the highway shoeless, young. I think this was in Africa. And he offered him, because he had offered him a job, and he also had his license, so he allowed him to be his driver. I mean, he was that wealthy. He was that wealthy. And so just I just really liked that, because it was the whole package of how can I help, how can I show compassionate action if I'm in the right position. And there is a verse, I know, not meaning to get so biblical, but it's because I've been reading the Dead Sea Scrolls Bible, and I'm just being reminded of all of these things, but that you may be helping an angel when you're helping a homeless person, and so you have to always help. And it's not just because of that, but just remember that when you're encountering these people, that they may be angels, and they probably are. So yeah, the fact that this person had that full package of help, I thought that was amazing. And it is amazing to spread that type of love, to be of service to the planet. That's the best way, one person at a time, because that person ends up changing other people's lives, because of being so grateful of being in this position of, I'm helping now because this is how I was helped. And that happens a lot with kindness. That magnitude of kindness really makes some big ripples, is what they're saying. Look at all these moons. Here we have the moon. The moon. Okay, why are you showing us the moon? Divine Feminine. Divine Feminine. Queen of Discs. She has been popping out for a lot of signs. I'm only on, I'm about to publish Gemini's next 3 days, and then I'll probably do Aquarius and the Earth signs tomorrow morning. But she's been coming out for a lot of people. I feel like for a lot of people, thinks that something's going to get something's going to get much better with your resources and receiving, because this is Divine Feminine and receiving energy. This person's kneeling down, weeping, and just sense that purging of emotions, the purging of energy with this Peace card. Two of Swords. Decision making. Peace of mind, actually. Peace of mind. A message that you're going to be taken care of. Don't worry. Don't worry about how all the time. Sometimes you just have to breathe and reset yourself. Yeah, keep on sowing the right seeds. 7 of Disc on the bottom. I have the 8 of Disc, and then I have the 2 of Wands. So you have 2, 2. It's a skill. It's work. It's service. It's right under this with the 8 of Disc, but it's giving society the best of you. Is what it is. Because of your mastery level here. It says mastery on the card. 8 of Disc. You will have some sort of accumulation, and there is going to be another path opening up, a possibility for even greater alignment than what you're experiencing right now, in something to do with work or service. Okay, work or service to others, which can simply be by anchoring in the light and self-love, self-compassion. I mean, it's utilizing the energy. When there's awareness of the energy, it gets moved around. And when it gets moved around, like, it creates those ripples, right? And so we want this energy to multiply. So more love and action that comes from a place where the heart is feeling like it would be the right thing to do in a position. Also, may I remind everybody, we're always in different positions. Sometimes we're in a position to help more at a certain time in our life than others. And that's okay. That's usually on purpose. You know, everything has a purpose, so it's usually on purpose. So have patience here with your work, with your skills, with yourself. Know that you are this master energy and that you already have alignment. That's why these possibilities are coming in and newer paths opening up. Focus. It does say dominion on there, but focus. And you got the same card that this is Gemini that just got this. I think it was Gemini. Maybe Libra too. I don't know. Acclaim, fame, recognition, parade, celebrity, admiration, applause, show, appreciation, spotlight, focused attention, theater, act, performance, and you are watching a movie. So the stage is set to be changed. That's what I get from that. And this has been something that's been unchanged for a while because of the 2 of Swords. Does mean you've been at a stalemate with something for a while. Yeah, it does. But I see something changing actually with that. So, and especially with the moon. So it is a situation that you feel that you've been stuck at for a while. Could be in regards to work. New passion, inspiration coming in with bonfire. Something's going to get heated. Ecstasy, community, get things going. Fanaticism, fever, fears. Because there's deeper meaning in this. 6618. Well, deeper meaning, community, hidden emotions, social resources, true feelings, support, savings, perception, sustenance, and looking deeper and provided for, consciousness. The flow of consciousness, more and more of it, more and more of it. Cross service, that is what this mastery is. So, I mean, you're very skilled at something. You're here to be of service in some way. Because the cross card, I mean, it says that like you've got some sort of divine purpose here that's playing out. It says sacrifice, down for the cause, putting others first, for the greater good, heroic effect, purpose-driven, maitre dom, heed the call. Uh-oh, and it says curtain call, heed the call. Yeah, so Spirit, your angels, and your team is setting the stage for the next part in your divine mission. And you're going to get a call that says everything is lined up. Like Source Creator is going to say everything is going to show you through the synchronicities of things actually tangibly working out, that something will be set up for you to go in a certain direction. It will be obvious because of how effortless it will be to go into that direction, they're saying. And so when you get this call, it's up to you whether you want to take that path or not. It will take you down the rabbit hole, they're saying. 7, the rabbit hole. An inner knowing, heeding the call. Oh my gosh, this is heeding the call. Oh my goodness, guys. Let me show you that. All right. I have to show you this. This is curtain call, right? Curtain call right here. The cross then comes out and it says heed the call. Okay, that's divine purpose. And then the white rabbit comes out and it says heeding the call. So, are you going to answer? I think that's all I can do with this. If you do heed the call, 6, 7, 8, 9, you are only in alignment because you have a lot of mastery. You have a lot to offer. You are one of the tools of the spiritual realm that the divine can get a lot of use out of for the greater good, for the spread of love. And your alignment makes you really close to even being able to have a completion in some sort of mission. The mission that never ends when you're here. But something. So something going on. 13, you're a conscientious worker with a knack for coming up with creative ideas and turning them into something real and optimistic but practical outlook. Keeps you determined and on track as you work towards your goals. Yeah, they are really wanting me to read this 24 because it's still on the bottom. You have a heart of gold and you are skilled at maintaining balanced, stable relationships. You are loyal to your loved ones, and you're able to be the nurturer, protector, and provider all at once. I'm generous. Oh, there's a completion in between these two. 1, magician energy, right? Yeah, you're a self-starter with innovative ways of creating opportunity, and your determination and endurance are powerful. They will help you get through the rough times and reach success. I'm innovative. And 23, you have a zest for life. You're eager to experience anything and everything possible. You love change and excitement and need both to feel truly alive. For you, life is an adventure to be lived to the fullest. I'm adventurous. So we have those two. And that's what I have for you guys. If you need a private reading, the information's in the description box below. Consider hitting the like button if you did like this video. And I will see you next time. Bye.